Hey YouTubers, all you Star Wars action figure collectors, diorama builders, kit bashers, whatever. Here's my documentary on how I'm building a 3 3/4 inch scale full size, I mean with all the rooms, Yoda Hut on Dagobah. And what I'm doing is I started off with a MPC model. Actually, I'm looking at the instructions now. It's AMT Ertl. I believe MPC made it first, and then they sold out to AMT. And the version I got is probably a little newer. The copyright date on it's 1995. But here's the instructions. Star Wars Encounter with Yoda on Dagobah is the kit. That's the stock number 8263 if you're interested. This is what I've got so far. I'm using epoxy modeling putty. I'll name the brand in my description or later on in the video. This is just before I got rolling too far along with this thing, I thought I better start documenting it because I might possibly want to post this on YouTube. But here's the basic kit, and I've been adding the rooms and cutting out pieces and modifying it. And this will be heavily modified when I'm done. You can see right here I've cut out some sections here, and I'm patched it. This comes off. This will be modified, this divider. But basically I wanted to get, most of the Yoda huts I've seen have always just shown the first half of his hut and not the rear half. But I wanted to get the whole hut made, copied. So I'm building up the rear sections, and I'll show you what I got, kind of. So that's the back of the hut. This is the stove area. That was actually where it needed to be in the model kit, but it was too big, so I had to cut it down, and I'll remold that. And Luke was sitting about right here talking to Yoda, who was standing here next to the fire. Give it a spin. Here I started one of the windows. The thing about the Yoda Hut is they had a model built for the exterior shots and the model sets built for the interior shots, and they don't match. If you really start looking at the photos, you quickly realize that it's impossible. For instance, the window locations where R2 was looking in on the exterior was right about here, but on the interior shot he was looking more at through a window that would be placed about here. And this was a two-part window on the inside which didn't exist on the exterior shots. So that's what I'm talking about. It's you can't get it exactly like the movie because they used 2 interior sets, 3 counting Return of the Jedi, and 2 exterior sets that differ from Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. So this is kind of going to be a composite of multiple sets from the movie to get a fairly accurate representation of what Yoda Hut looked like both exterior and interior. So anyway, here it is, the start of it. And like I said, this is 3 3/4 scale figures, 1/18 scale. Here's a 1/18 scale Yoda figure, and let's see, he's about perfect scale for the Yoda Hut. I have a Luke figure laying around here somewhere, but the two are an absolute perfect scale for the purposes of building this model. So, let's see if I can put the so as you can see, the 3 3/4 inch scale, 18 scale, 1/18 is ideal to use with this model kit. So anyway, those are my plans, and I'll come back here and make another vid when I get further along on this. Oh, and by the way, this this will be fully electrified. I will have electric lighting. I have all the LEDs, and again, I'll post all the links to the supplies that I used, materials, including the LED lighting kit that I bought. And so this thing will have I think 5 or 6 interior lights, and then it'll have a light in the fire pit that will flicker, simulating the firelight. So I'll have that all wired in, and I'll show you how I did that. Okay, signing off.